walk for a second away from this room and just walk for a second. Hold on, you really thought I never overheard the convos while you turned me away.
I'm Darren Alexander, Managing Director of Aspiration Creation Elevation. The Anthem for Change project is something that ACE is very proud to be a part of, working with Bristol Beacon and Curiosity UnLtd. We came together to look at the monumental occasion in the 60th anniversary of the Bristol Bus Boycott, which is absolutely transformative, not just for kind of race relations and equality in Bristol, but across the UK. The Anthem for Change project, what we've managed to do is have 4 highly talented young people, giving them the chance to learn about this history, to then interpret it into their own voice, write and record a track from scratch. And that track is called We Rise, which is our Anthem for Change.
My name's Layla.
My name's Currie.
DeAndre, artist name Dreamz.
What I want to get out of it is I want young people to feel like they can have a voice when it comes to history, because I know a lot of young people that have said they don't think they can do anything about it because they're young and they don't feel like they can have an opinion on it. So I just want to show that there's things you can do as a young person to be able to make a change.
This here was such a big opportunity that it gave me. It opened my eyes up to so much. The Bristol Bus Boycott is literally history that the young people should be learning about today. Now this is Bristol history. I want to learn about a history that's close to me, that's close to what young people should be knowing and learning.
Yeah, I've always heard a lot about it, but I never really took it in as much as after the project was done. Because speaking about it, maybe relate to it a bit more. Obviously talking is one thing, but once you put it into music, then it can be taking it a bit more.
My name's Andre. I am one of the tutors. I cover production, engineering and mixing. I think it's a not really fresh, but fresh approach as we're doing this in a different way from others. It gave me some information I didn't know. I got to learn some things, and I think for me the biggest takeaway were meeting those involved.
It's always exciting working with young people who are really expressive with their music and creativity. It's really fun to generate ideas with them and come up with a piece at the end of it. I think these kind of projects are really important as well to pay it forward. It's really important to reflect on our history and the roles that our elders have played in order to help pave the path that we are now on.
I don't know, it's a feeling of pride really, being a part of a project like this that we can kind of come together and talk about some serious stuff that has affected us in the past as a community and continues to into the future. I hope other young people within the community can hear how the young people are expressing their views within this track. So I just really hope that young people will take more of an interest in our history as a community.
Bring that change, I push the convo forward, equality, my quality, got respect for modesty and honestly, this life ain't fair, I'ma make them people hear me, I got no fear, got my people on my back and they ain't disappear, me I'll reappear.
This has been a really exciting project to be involved in, and it's been really interesting to listen to the stories and the testimonies of the elders who were involved in the Bristol Bus Boycott, as well as going to visit Parliament.
Elders from the community who were part of the Bristol Bus Boycott and were essentially pioneers and trailblazers of this movement were invited to basically be thanked by politicians and basically by the British establishment, so to speak, for the great contribution that they have made to the fabric of British society through the Race Relations Act.
Stories I was hearing, I was like, they changed a lot for us to get jobs that we want. And I met one of the original people, Guy Bailey. The story is actually incredible of what they've done, not just for Bristol, for the nation.
I find Bristol Bus Company, and when I ask them for a job, they look at me and say, "We don't employ blacks." And I couldn't believe what I was hearing. So since then, the journey had started.
It is a fight that we have to continue. It's never ending. It'll never stop. When you think it's gone to sleep, it raises an ugly head and you start all over again.
It's a historical event and it's part of British history. Therefore, we can build on it. And I'm saying that they can do a lot more, and I hope it will continue with the young people.
Just watching them kind of soak it all in, I think you could really see how like the stories were taking effect, and watching that develop while thinking of how they were going to take that information and put it into a song and create something from it was just, it was super interesting.
It's important to me because my grandma, she was in the Windrush and she's still alive to this day, so she can tell me her story as well. And to hear that she went through that, and it's just quite close to home because I'm quite close with my grandma.
I feel like the young people got to see how important it is to have your voice heard. It was a chance for intergenerational learning and connection, but also for young people who don't get to see the powers that be to actually pay real respect to those who deserve it.